Arman Tsarukyan just fired back at Ilia Topuria after Ilia went on a rant about him during a Spanish interview, saying he's not scared of Arman, calling him a disappointment to the company, and claiming he doesn't deserve anything after pulling out of a title fight. Arman didn't stay quiet, clapping back on Twitter. "You're talking about taking time off from fighting to fix your family issues, but it looks like you have plenty of free time for all these interviews. You're a joke, El Pinocha." Beyond the trash talk, this whole situation might actually work in Arman's favor. If Ilia doesn't get his situation sorted by spring, he could be forced to vacate the belt. The current plan is for Paddy and Gagey to fight for the interim title in January, which means Arman wouldn't be waiting around for a year. He'd be lined up to fight the winner of that matchup for the undisputed belt. For now, nothing is official regarding Ilia vacating the belt. It is all speculation, but if El Matador keeps dragging this out, it is no secret the UFC will have to step in and do something about it. Now let's dive into El Matador's rant on Tsarukyan before Arman fired back on Twitter.
People say I'm afraid of Arman. You already know what I think about other people's opinions. Arman is a good fighter, but he has had opportunities where he refused to compete. He had his chance to fight for the world championship and he pulled out. All fighters deal with shin pain, arm pain, leg pain, everything. And we still show up to fight. For some reason, he didn't. He knows what that internal conversation was. Maybe he had to change his underwear after making that decision. Now I'm speaking as a promoter. When you give someone such a big push, invest so much money promoting him, put him on a huge card, and he risks it like that, it's very hard to trust him again. Then he had another main event where he headbutted someone during a face-off. That doesn't show much intelligence, and it doesn't show appreciation for the support the UFC is giving him. People are investing money in him, and with one headbutt, he puts all of that at risk. If you're supporting someone, investing in him, and he gives you that in return, would you keep supporting him? No. They sat down at a table, and you know what they said? Fuck Arman. So Arman, from now on, fuck you.
The welterweight division just got even messier after Carlos Prates dropped a bomb in his latest podcast appearance, revealing that before his knockout win over Leon Edwards, Dana White personally told him that if he got the finish, a title shot was guaranteed. That alone stirred things up, but it comes just days after John Anik revealed that Islam Makhachev versus Michael Morales is being targeted for February, throwing the entire title picture into chaos. After seeing what Islam did to JDM, fans are split on what the right next move is. A lot of people want to see him against someone with proven, battle-tested wrestling like Kamaru Usman or Shavkat Rakhmonov, someone who can actually meet him in those exchanges. At the same time, no one would really complain about Michael Morales getting the shot either. He's undefeated, dangerous, and brings serious knockout power. Where Prates struggles with public perception is that fans haven't forgotten he was outgrappled by Ian Gary, which makes the idea of him jumping into a title fight with Makhachev feel shaky to a lot of people. The welterweight right now feels completely unpredictable, and one announcement could flip the whole picture overnight.
Is that the goal? Is that the aim to become champion?
Yeah.
Because you're already in the conversation, right?
Yeah. I think the last time when I was on the check weight against Leon, I asked Dana, he said, if I knock him out of the first round, the title shot's mine. And he said, yeah. You know, and also, I was not planning to film it, but I was with Meta glasses. They sponsored me for that fight.
So you have it on tape.
And they post, you know.
Oh, shit.
And I was like, everybody started to share on Instagram. And I was like, oh my God, I was worried about he would get mad or not, you know.
Yeah.
Because I forgot. They asked me to go to the check weights, the weigh-ins with the glasses, and I just shake his hand and say, hey, if I knock Leon the first round, the title shot's mine. I say, done. I say, yeah, for sure.
Ilia Topuria keeps dominating the headlines, and it's not just in the MMA world. Former WBC interim champion Ryan Garcia made waves during a Twitch session with Aiden Ross, where the topic of a potential fight with Ilia Topuria came up. Garcia didn't hold back, speaking very bluntly about Topuria and laying out his confidence that if this matchup ever happened under boxing rules, he would completely dominate from start to finish.
Okay, wait, would you ever box like Topuria? Because he said he's gonna get into boxing. You would box Topuria.
Yeah.
That would go.
I would beat the shit out of him too.
Of Ilia?
Yeah, hell yeah. But he got
have to be boxing.
Yeah, but he's out of the game right now.
He's gonna be out for I think for a year. I don't know, dude. He's getting divorced, dude.
I have a question.
So you think you could beat Topuria in like a 12-round bout?
Yeah, definitely. I think I'll knock him out.
Ilia Topuria didn't waste any time firing back at Garcia's comments during the same Spanish interview where he went off on Arman Tsarukyan. Topuria accepted the call-out without hesitation, making it clear he's always down to fight and never shies away from challenges. MMA fans know Ilia has been teasing a move to boxing for a while now, always saying he'd consider it after capturing 2 UFC belts. Well, now he's got both, so a crossover into the ring feels more real than ever, and you can bet the MMA and boxing worlds are watching closely.
Lately, what's been annoying me is how so many boxers keep jumping into our world, throwing shade at MMA fighters, criticizing us, and trying to belittle what we do. The reality is, plenty of MMA guys have stepped into the boxing ring to prove themselves and challenge their abilities, but I can't think of many, if any, of these loudmouth boxers who've ever dared to come over and test their skills in MMA, because they would get messed up for good if they did that. That said, anyone who wants to step up, I'm right here waiting.
Brendan Allen is all in on Khamzat Chimaev beating Nassourdine Imavov. He admits Imavov is fast and has solid striking, but the punches just don't have the power to hurt Chimaev, and he fully expects Khamzat to take him down and control the fight. Allen, coming off that shocking win over Ryan Garcia, where RDR literally stopped in between rounds from exhaustion, also ripped into Chimaev and Imavov for hesitating because of mentioning the whole Dagestan-Chechnya connection in the build-up to the fight, calling it a massive misstep. Allen believes this could make fans think it won't be a good fight, since the two might hold back if they don't truly want to face each other. Originally, this fight was supposed to happen back in February, but Imavov hinted that Chimaev's team caused it to fall through. Now it's locked in to happen after Ramadan, which means April or May, and Allen is confident that when the cage door closes, Chimaev is going to steamroll Imavov like no one else can. Khamzat and Imavov have even trained together, and according to leaks, it was ugly. Imavov himself has confirmed in the past that those sparring sessions with Khamzat were absolutely brutal. Let's dive into what Brendan Allen had to say.
How you spent time in the cage with Nassourdine, how real of a chance do you give him in that fight against Chimaev? Because he probably will be an underdog, I would have assumed.
Yeah, I definitely think he has a chance. His striking is good. He's fast. He's pretty quick. But there's not a lot of pop on the punches, to be honest. If Chimaev has good defense, I think he'll be okay there. But I don't know. I think Chimaev will be able to get him down. I think he'll get him down at some point. Imavov's ground isn't really that great. Like he doesn't really do a whole lot, which does make it hard to be offensive when you're just being 100% defensive and you just don't care about anything but not getting finished. It's really hard to get a finish. But I think Chimaev, if he gets him down, can make him work, and I think it'd be a good fight. But I think Chimaev would win.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.